Hello everyone, Darkovika here, and it is that time again, that time to talk about the future of my channel, or what I'm doing right now. I like to make these videos every once in a while because when things get really messy on the channel, I just like to update it and try to figure out where the channel's going. I'm a very chaotic human being, and when things get too chaotic, I try to sit down and like categorize things and try to talk about them, which is why sometimes I upload very similar videos like this where I will talk about something but I've talked about it before. It's just because I'm very chaotic, and even if it's kind of repetitive, if I talk about it enough times, I might actually do the thing that I'm talking about, but you know, that doesn't always happen. So where are we going with this channel? First of all, I kind of wanted to talk about one thing in particular. For those of you who haven't heard, because that's always a possibility, I'm pregnant. So obviously the future is going to be just chaotic. The future in general for Darkovika is chaotic. Scheduling, particularly as it comes near the time when my baby's going to be born, is just going to go, you know, that's just not a thing. I'm sorry. I know that that's like one of the number one things that they always suggest for channels when they want to be, you know, relevant and hip. Cool with the Gen Zs and the Gen X and the, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to be able to promise a good, hefty, healthy schedule, particularly for Darkovika Gaming, but I'm going to come back around to that. Second of all, where am I? So you'll notice that there's not a whole lot of content on the channel right now. In fact, you could probably, with some, you know, safe description words, I can't phrase this sentence. You could say quite accurately that the channel is dead. There, that's what I was trying to say. It's not that it's dead, it's just that I simply have enough energy in me to do either one or two things at the same time, and because I'm doing Twitch every single weekday, that makes it very difficult for me to also sit down and do YouTube videos, particularly on weekends, because weekends for me are kind of me and Brent time, or me and family time, and so weekends for me have been very sacred for a very, very long time. It's hard for me to sit down and dedicate a long time on weekends when that's kind of my time to separate myself from work. That said, what else is new, right? So I have like a little checklist to the left, so if you see me looking to the left, it's because I'm trying to stay on track, because I have the tendency. So what is now happening with the channel, apart from the fact that I am focusing on Twitch, very much so, which, you know what, if YouTube comes for me for saying that, that's fine. My channel is tiny, and if something happened to it, no one would care. Very few, 6 people would care. The 6 people that watch me steadfastly on Twitch. Bless you, 6 souls. I live stream every weekday on Twitch at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I have a new time zone, so I have to remember that it's Central Time. Central Standard Time. Yes. And usually, okay, I want to point this out because I keep forgetting to mention it. If I have to cancel a live stream, which does happen particularly with my pregnancy, because my number one symptom in pregnancy is fatigue, and when it hits, I can't do anything. It's like I have about 5 hours of a battery, and then after that I'm dead. I can literally take a 4-hour nap, wake up for 2 hours, and then go right back to bed. Like, it's bad. So that said, if I do cancel a live stream on Twitch, I will mark it in the schedule on my Twitch channel, and there is a panel in my About section called Twitch Updates. Read that if you think I might not be streaming, or if you want to check. Usually, I always also tweet it, but of course I've been for a long time talking about deleting my Twitter, so you know, there's that. But that for sure is the number one place to get information if you don't follow me on Twitter, or you don't see anything on YouTube or whatever. I will post it on my Twitch page in the update, or in the About section. I have a panel called Update, and then the schedule section, it will be crossed out if I have canceled the stream. So if you're not sure, that's the best way to find out. There is also the Discord, but I haven't built that as a habit yet, that I should probably post things in the Discord if I am or am not streaming. So the Twitch channel has become a nice tidy habit. It's starting to sink in. So I've regularly and healthily, continually updated it, which is a good thing for me. So what's happening to the channel? Right. I wanted to talk about this because I've had a lot of ideas over the years, and I think one of the things that hurts Darkovika Gaming the most is A, its age, B, the lack of schedule, but what can you do when you're me? And C, was I doing numbers or letters? I'm doing letters. C, it is the fact that I'm a variety gaming channel, and while you can make it, Call Me Kevin has proved that you can be a variety gaming channel, although he did become famous for The Sims. Ultimately, it's his editing that really is carrying him, which is not, letter D actually for me, is the lack of modern editing, which I love to watch it, but my content doesn't, when I record it, I don't know, it doesn't always work with that style of editing, and I don't know how to explain that. It's internal. Look, don't question it. So what this means is I believe that I've kind of worked Darkovika Gaming into a very messy corner. And if you look at it, you can kind of tell. Like, if you look at the playlists and the content and the unfinished Let's Plays, Darkovika Gaming as a channel feels very cluttered to me. And I think in a way that has sort of, like, I feel like I'm working in a cluttered workspace, which I am, but we won't talk about that actual physicality. My channel just feels like a tumbleweed that's stuck in one place, and it's just still adding on more things to the tumbleweed. So for a long time, like, originally I had told myself I would never ever create another channel. Technically not true. I have already created another channel because I realized that people were really into my tutorials, and having those on Darkovika Gaming was kind of like a bait and switch, because I don't do tutorials full time or ever. So I moved those to a separate channel because I thought that wasn't fair to have those on Darkovika Gaming, because Darkovika Gaming wasn't made for tutorials. It just simply wasn't. So in that vein, I've actually kind of decided to potentially try to continue that, or even do it again. Originally, I had that tutorial channel had actually been a Sims channel, which I may do again. But I honestly don't know how this is going to go, and I'm not going to force a schedule on any of these because they're entirely test subjects. So what am I considering? Well, first of all, I am considering creating a new channel for a specific niche or genre or type of game. Not a specific game, because I can't niche myself that much. I just do not have the attention span to dedicate myself to one video game for an entire YouTube channel. I mean, maybe I could. Maybe if I made it one game, then I would actually either complete it or, like, do the YouTube content, because that would be the only thing that I'd ever upload. You get what I mean? Like, remove options so that there's only one option, and then all of a sudden everything just seems to make sense because you don't have like 400 things in front of you. You only have one. I don't know if that makes sense. So the ideas that I had in mind for this, because I could technically do this in several ways. It create multiple niche options, niche channels. I, could make an RPG channel. I could make a horror channel. And that way people who are looking for that content don't see a variety channel. They see exactly the content that they're looking for. And one of the ones that really stuck out to me was the idea of a farming channel, specifically like a farming sim channel, like Harvest, I almost said Hardew Valley. Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, Gleaner Heights, Story of Seasons, all of those games from just the beginning of time. Granted, this might be so niche that no one actually wants to watch it, but, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on my niche ideas. I mean, I could remake a Sims channel because I retrofitted the last one. My number one thing is that I'm trying not to dedicate myself to a schedule. They will be longer videos for sure. When I do record, they're going to be, especially if it's a farming sim channel, they're going to be longer videos. The entire scope, like my content now, I actually have found that I really personally enjoy longer videos that I like to have in the background. And I kind of want to replicate that because that's what I quite enjoy, is longer videos. So that said, here comes the bigger piece that I wanted to talk about, which is that I want to start focusing more on a different platform, which is to say Odysee. YouTube kicks Darkovika off. What is Odysee, you say? Well, okay, so Odysee is a new-ish platform that exists on the internet that is hopefully going to be a very strong competitor against YouTube and Twitch. And I have recorded this video a couple of times now, and I've gone off on massive tangents. The long and the short of it is that YouTube, I believe, is a monopoly, and because of that, its users and its viewers and its content creators are a commodity. They don't care about us. They don't care what we think about content. They don't care what we think about updates, and they don't have to care because there's no one else. And all other competitors are trying too hard to pretend that YouTube doesn't exist, which is a problem for creators like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, because those people rely on YouTube specifically for their income. So swapping to a new platform without YouTube is just impossible. Like, that's just too much to ask of a person. So why Odysee? Odysee is extremely cognizant of this, and it uses an API to work parallel with YouTube, which means that when you upload to Odysee, your videos also upload to your YouTube channel, and vice versa. If I upload to YouTube all of my Darkovika gaming channel videos, or at least 450 of them, are on Odysee as of right now, and this video will be too. Hi, Odysee. So what that means is that you don't need to necessarily quit YouTube, and in fact, depending on the latency between uploading to Odysee and then it going to YouTube, you could push this as an early access thing. So people who follow you on Odysee see your content first, and then people on YouTube will eventually see it. And while that may not create a massive movement in the beginning, it will eventually create the movement, because obviously people want to be seen, they want their comments to be seen, and Odysee is a new frontier. So I think for creators it can also be exceptionally good in the fact that there are quite a few people on Odysee, but like, it's not YouTube. It's like the Wild West of YouTube, right? It's the olden days. Like, there are still, there are common faces that you see on there, and I think that's pretty interesting and a good time to join in. And also, the more people we get in there, the more diverse we can make Odysee and the content that you see on Odysee, which I think is a very, very, very important part of any social platform's growth. So I would love to see tons of people of different everything go to Odysee to keep it healthy and keep it diverse. To explain Odysee, because why Odysee over YouTube? Odysee has no advertisements, and I hate advertisements. This is usually where I go off on a tangent. I loathe advertisements. I hate them. 100%, YouTube's entire model is for the advertisers. It's not for us. They don't care about us. They don't care about our comfort. As a content creator, I don't get to choose what advertisements play on my videos. And in fact, since I last tried to record this, I have discovered that my original settings for advertisements were that I wanted no mid-roll ads. That's been my setting for the longest time, okay? I've never wanted mid-roll ads. I have no problem with people who do mid-roll ads. Me personally, I didn't want them, and that's fine. And when I went to go check on one of my videos on my phone, I noticed that I had mid-roll ads. I had like 15 ads on a video, and I was like, what's going on here? Why? No, I'm only supposed to have an ad in the beginning and in the end. Well, it turns out YouTube took that option away, and now it automatically applies ads using its AI to the video in the way that it thinks will get it and me, mostly it, the most amount of money. Those aren't my settings. I have to go into a video and manually remove those mid-roll ads. And I know that sounds dumb. Like, who doesn't want more money, right? The fact that was taken away from me, probably in an update where they sent out an email that I didn't read because it was an email, and it probably got sent to spam, is just, I don't know, it just boggles my mind. Like, it's just this insane breach of care for me, I guess. I guess for some people who are using mid-roll ads, this would seem like a blessing. Like, okay, they're using their AI to check my analytics to see when people watch. You can see it in some videos where like 20 ads are all shoved at the beginning of the video because it knows when people click away from the video, which I guess is fine. Except I watch all of the videos. So after those ads happen, I am blissfully happy for like 3 hours. I have no ads. That said, okay, so I violently hate ads, okay? First of all I get are Candy Crush ads, and I want to die, okay? I hate Candy Crush. I hate matching games. I don't know why I get Candy Crush ads. I know why I get Candy Crush ads. I'm a almost 30-year-old pregnant woman. I'm officially in the demographic for Candy Crush. They don't care that my Steam library has entirely RPG games, except that Steam, I think, refused to give their data over. So, okay, fine, fair. But still, the point stands. Odysee does not use advertisements. That was a really long way for me to explain that. How does Odysee make you, as a content creator, money? I'm gonna flub this. Okay. I have tried to explain this many times, and Brent does it best. So I'm going to put in the description a link that has a much better way of describing how Odysee works. But for the most part, how Odysee works is it is an economy, and it uses cryptocurrency based around the Library blockchain protocol. Library spelled LBRY. Odysee, by the way, is spelled ODYSEE. I will put all the links in the description if I remember. The Library blockchain protocol uses the blockchain protocol that is also used for cryptocurrency, in the fact that if a cryptocurrency transaction occurs, it cannot be interrupted, which is why it's considered exceptionally powerful. Odysee and Library use the exact same protocol for their own cryptocurrency and also for their content. They do not use servers, if I understand this correctly, to host the content. I believe it's the same blockchain protocol that keeps the videos on the internet, which is very in-depth, very cool. I can't explain that correctly in the slightest, so I'm not gonna try. But you know, it's probably in the article that I'm gonna link. I didn't read all of it, I skimmed. As per usual. So the cryptocurrency is basically the economy that Odysee uses to pay its users. This cryptocurrency is earned simply by using the website. You can spend money to get cryptocurrency. You don't have to. It is earned by watching videos, commenting, and leaving likes, and uploading your videos to Odysee. You earn cryptocurrency literally by existing on the website, and you can cash that cryptocurrency at any time. How much is it worth? It fluctuates like any monetary value, but they do post it on the site. You can usually scroll all the way down on the left side and you can see how much their library coins, I think it's coins, how much their library coins count. I can hear you about to pop off. Don't you dare, microphone. So yes, so that's how they function without advertisements, which creates a very unique playing field for videos, in the sense that content is not going to have to cater to advertisers. Content caters to us. Users are going to care far more about content creators are going to care far more about their viewers than they are going to care about an arbitrary unit that has become exceptionally, what's the word I'm looking for, corporate. And that was the other thing that Odysee is trying to refrain from becoming, which is corporate. So everything in Odysee is community run and community controlled. So that's why that diversity matters so much, because obviously you want a diverse community in order to keep the community healthy. So that's sort of what I'm trying to do. And I have actually created that channel that I was talking about. It's very easy to create multiple channels on Odysee. It took me 2 seconds. Literally. I was like, okay, that's a good name. That's a decent description. Click. Oh, it's done. Okay. It is still being worked on, still being created. Features are still being added to Odysee. So the more people that use it, the more likely we are to get a very good product. Already I have several people from this channel who are now commenting on Odysee videos, which I am exceptionally thankful for. And people on Odysee are very nice. They're very, so far, they seem very nice. I've had people give me well wishes about my pregnancy. They're very nice. They comment on stuff. It's lovely. And I'm excited to see that grow. And so that's sort of where this is going, is this channel that I've created does not exist on YouTube as of right now. That might change. I could change that. I could literally create it on YouTube and then link them. I think. I'll double check that. I know for sure you can bring your YouTube video over to Odysee. I don't know if it works. Like, I've already created the Odysee and I don't have, I'll find out. But yeah, it's very unique. It's very interesting, and I would like very much to focus on it more. So that's where I'm at. It's a lot of information. We'll do a wrap up. 1, I'm pregnant. Scheduling is out the window. 2, I have a channel I've created on Odysee for farming sims, because I don't know. That was a thing that I was into just now and could change because I have the attention span of a peanut. And number 3, I'm on Twitch every weekday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And 4, Odysee is a thing that exists. Hi, Odysee. Please don't laugh at me. Most people on Odysee know what they're talking about, what they're doing. I'm going to be like, hi, Odysee. I will explain you in a brutally simplified way that might be incorrect. Anyways, I have a lot of hope for it. I hope you guys are interested and willing to, make that push. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about everything that I've talked about. And I will talk to you guys later.